to the Mercedes-Benz Devils postgame show. Second meeting this season between the Hudson River rivals. Second victory for the New Jersey Devils. They open up February with a nice win in their return to action after more than 2 weeks away from the NHL, and the shots 37-39 here. This is a look at your final stats. Power plays, the Devils able to capitalize on one of their 2 opportunities. Pavel Zacha netting that goal, and a point of emphasis, special teams across the board. The Devils stay out of the penalty box, so that is definitely a win for New Jersey as something they continue to look on. But so many great takeaways from this one. Obviously, you have to love just returning to action, Sal, and getting a victory. But you've got guys getting their first multi-point games of their careers and also a first National Hockey League goal. This one, an empty netter. So you saw the smile at the end. Maybe not how he imagined it, but hey, he'll take it.
Well, you heard Kenny and Dan will talk about it in a couple of years. He will say it was an end-to-end breakaway. He split the D. But I really want to talk about one thing here. And we're going to stop it in a moment here, because we're going to see something that's going to really talk about the character of this team. And when the puck comes around here, you know, the puck's going to come. Stop right here. Oh, sorry. Roll it back, guys. I apologize. Paul Mary. When this puck comes to Paul Mary, I want you guys to freeze it. And to me, this is what I'm taking away from this game. Kyle Palmieri is in a slump. He can score this himself. He can pull to his forehand and buy some ice and score it. But you know what? The veteran, the leadership, roll it. He wants to get the kid his first goal, Erica, right? You know, maybe he might have wanted it back, but to me, Kyle Palmieri, he could have scored that goal himself. I'm telling you right now. And so when I saw that, that's the moment I'm going to remember in this game. All right, there was a lot of great moments. I know Dano and Kenny are going to talk about and break it down, and we'll go all night. But that's a critical moment. That'll go a long way inside that room.
I love that. That is just such a great point from, you know, a former captain, something that you're seeing just amongst the guys, especially Kyle Palmieri. Yes, still searching for the first goal of the season for him, this game 10, but it is a team victory, and I think Coach Ruff has to love that, as do the guys in the room, especially given all the adversity they've overcome over these last 2+ weeks that they've had. So let's go to the guys now who called this game and get their thoughts on the Devils' victory. Kenny and Kenny. How are you doing, guys?
All right, thanks very much, Erica. Fun night, Dano. We've known each other for a long time. Yep. Great working together for the first time.
It really was. My pleasure, Kenny. And, I'll pick up right where Bryce left off. This team's playing together, and that does show leadership by Kyle Palmieri. Look, his goals will come, but this game was won by a lot of those young guys, and the depth they're starting to show collectively as an organization and coming to fruition with their young players, the Kwokanens and the Maltsevs and Sharon Govich. You can go on down the list, but a real gutsy team effort. Connor Carrick comes in, hasn't played in a long time, does a good job. Will Butcher scores a goal. He waited patiently to get back in the lineup. He didn't complain. He didn't sulk. Sometimes it's not fair, but coaches make decisions based upon what they think is going to give them a best opportunity to win. Well, Butcher comes in after not playing in almost a year and scores a goal. So a lot of good things to take away from this hockey game. I'm very surprised, and I will say I didn't expect them to be as crisp in that first period in particular. Their puck movement, we knew they'd come out with energy, but I give Michael McLeod a lot of credit. His game has grown by leaps and bounds, gets in a scrap first shift, that gets the bench going right away, and they needed maybe a spark early on to make sure they don't get lulled into where they're rusty and kind of make an excuse that, well, weren't quite on our game and get behind in this game. So a lot of good things from the Devils, and I know their coaching staff will be proud. They did a great job at preparing these guys after the long layoff.
And you referenced the young players who scored the goals in the third period. Sharon Govich, Merkley, and Maltsev. Maltsev with his first in the NHL into the empty net, set up by Palmieri, as Bryce talked about his unselfishness. But those 3 Devils who scored the third period goals, coming into this game, they had a grand total combined of 2 NHL goals.
It's amazing, and that's, again, I always talk about how it grows confidence for these guys. They got to get rewarded sometimes. They want to be on the score sheet. Yeah, block shots, playing on the right side of the puck, playing a good defensive game, is good at helping your team win hockey games, because all those guys do that. but they have offensive ability, and they want to show up on the score sheet some nights, and they did in a big way here on their first game back in a couple of weeks, and a big victory against a divisional rival, obviously, in the New York Rangers, and probably their biggest rival for many years since my playing days, and that was a long time ago. They showed up in this hockey game, and a real good, strong effort for the most part. And yeah, they got a little puck luck tonight, but usually you get your puck luck when you're working smart, when you're working hard in the right way.
Another terrific performance in goal from Mackenzie Blackwood as well. His second straight victory at Madison Square Garden. 5-2 Devils, Erica.